you guys want to be a part of Overtime Show, patreon.com/LBHT show. That happens right after the main show. Yeah. We're going to start with Panthers and Cowboys. All right. That's the 1 o'clock game. Ravens are a 4 o'clock game.
With the superior team.
What? The Cowboys?
I thought is what? No. 3-0 Carolina Panthers. Really getting their first test this week, I think. The Saints, they're a decent team. They had a lot of guys out. Whatever, Caleb. They had a lot of players out. They had a lot of coaches out. So it turned out that wasn't much of a test there. And then also obviously they played the Jets and the Texans. So this week they're going up against the Cowboys, who have honestly been looking really, really good so far this season. They're 2-1. They lost a kind of a nail biter to Tampa Bay to open up the season. But Dak has been looking great. Ezekiel Elliott, he appears to be back into his former form. Pollard has been playing really well as his kind of counterpart in that backfield. I think they're more of a tandem than a 1 and a 2 at this point. Obviously they've got CeeDee Lamb, who looks like he's going to be a superstar. They've got Amari Cooper, who's a pretty solid, steady receiver there. They will be without obviously La'el Collins, who is suspended because he's a cheater, like all Cowboys. They are also going to be without Michael Gallup, who is on IR, and DeMarcus Lawrence, who is still on IR as well. But even with those guys out, it's easily the biggest test for Carolina, and especially since we're going to be missing Christian McCaffrey and J.C. Horn, as well as Justin Burris.
First of all, I'm going to say that La'el Collins he just wants it that bad, okay? Mm-hmm. He wants it that bad. Isn't that what they said about, who's that baseball player? Andy Pettit? And Andy Pettit?
Yeah. He's doing it for the fellas.
He's doing it for the team, man. Look, listen. Like, if you're going to cheat, man, look, that's what you do, right? When all else fails, look, man, how much is it going to take to make this go away? Okay. How much? Like, you can say what you want about La'el Collins. I respect the fact that he said, like, I'm just, hey, it is what it is, man. I'm out of options here. How much you want? Okay. Right. I respect that. Do you guys remember when, this is like the 5th time the Patriots got caught cheating, like the last time when they got caught filming the Bengals? Have you guys heard the audio of that? Bengal security caught the film guy, and this guy, he was just like, look, tell you what, guys, I'm just going to erase it right now. No harm done. No, no foul, no harm. It's just, you go about my way. You go about your way. I go about my way.
You guys cool? I thought you guys were cool.
Like, yeah.
Nobody say anything. Let's just go about our business.
Look, cheating is a part of sports, man. That's all good, man.
That's right. It happens. As Couch Rider's alluding to here, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
There you go. I can respect that. And shout out to our man Brian DJ Boone. He's also he's got a show, Smoke Break Live. I think he has a show tonight or tomorrow night. It's on YouTube. You can check it out. Smoke Break Live. He always supports, man. He's watching over on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you can watch over there. There he goes, right there. Okay, there he is. He said, "Peace, y'all. My Giants suck." Oh, wow. Yeah. You talk to our man Ferris. Ferris is in the house too. Also, I forgot to mention. For our super chat, if you guys that are new here, if you're looking for super chat, that pinned comment that you see, that's for our Streamlabs. That's what we use for super chat. Also, right above B, $LBHT show. Okay, that's our Cash App. Those are 2 ways that you can donate. Leave your comment, and we'll read it on air. All right. Okay. But okay, back to the game.
So we got Jay Will asking, is J.C. Horn out for the season? They haven't said specifically yet. They're hoping that he'll be back later in the year, but it's kind of a little up in the air right now. That is, kind of why they went out and made that blockbuster trade this past week. They sent a 3rd round pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars for CJ Henderson, who got drafted 9th overall last year. Now, it was going to be just a 3rd round pick, but apparently the GM over in Jacksonville was pounding the table and said, if you don't put Dan Arnold in this deal, then the deal is off. So Carolina also
Our
traded
Federer, I'd have been like, yo, maybe you haven't heard, but there's this thing called Darnold to Arnold, and we can't break that up. So
exactly.
what you gonna
But
do?
that is not what Scott Fitterer said. He said, "Oh, that's it. Okay." And Dan Arnold is now a Jaguar. And so CJ Henderson is going to be filling in. He's practicing in full. He's going to play. So he's going to be filling in for JC Horn.
Okay.
Not sure how I feel about that deal.
I was going to ask you, how do you feel about it? Because I have mixed feelings too, right?
Yeah.
Like he hasn't played well, obviously, but I mean, like he just got drafted, right? And he missed a good chunk of the season last year as well. You know what I mean?
Right. He only played 8 games last year. Didn't look great. Obviously, and I don't even think it's his play, because if you're giving up on a guy that you drafted in the top 10 after 8 games, it has to be something other than his play.
Maybe
right?
attitude.
I'm assuming it's something like that. But who has a good attitude in Jacksonville?
But right? That's my point. Yeah, exactly. Right. Like everybody wants to leave Jacksonville. Like nobody wants to be there. He didn't have a choice in going. He got drafted there. Like think about it. You're a top player, and you get drafted to a team that the NFLPA had just put out a memo saying don't sign there. Right. Like they're like the NFLPA put out a memo. Was it last year or the year before?
I think it was a couple years ago.
I think it was a year before last. They put out a memo saying, you guys, if you're a free agent, you need to stay away from the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're doing all kinds of shady stuff over there. Okay. That was an official memo they put out. So yeah, you're a rookie. You're like, I don't want to play there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop you there. We did get a Cash App, an anonymous Cash App for most excellent work, big timers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. You want to be awesome like the anonymous donor there. You can hit up the Cash App right above $LBHT show, or you can hit that Streamlabs link. Okay. What were you gonna say, B? I cut you off.
So after 8 games, he didn't look, he was kind of up and down, right? But from what I've heard, he played really well in the preseason. It's preseason, but it's worth the risk, I think. With JC Horn out for an extended period. And also, just moving forward, to have JC Horn and CJ Henderson, if you can get them to play anywhere near that draft position of a top 10 corner, that's a steal.
It's a steal. Yeah.
And also, the Jaguars have to pay all of his guaranteed money, or most of his guaranteed money. So he's coming at a discount. They're not even having to pay him like a top 10 pick.
And you get that 5th year out of him too, if he works out.
Right.
So you have a young defense for cheap right now.
Yeah. So overall, I think it's a good deal. It was a good move to make, right? The only thing I'm wary of is I personally wasn't high on CJ Henderson coming in to the draft, so him not looking great as a rookie kind of really cemented that in my mind. And I'm not thrilled with not having a 2nd and 3rd round pick in next year's draft at this point. But again, if he plays well, then it's more than worth giving up that 3rd round pick.
Now, this is kind of it's kind of opposite feeling that we have on Sam Darnold, right? Because I know a lot of people were like, well, hey, he came from a bad situation, and better situation, he'll play better. And so far he has played better, I guess, right? But I'm still not high on Sam Darnold as a player, because yes, he was in a bad situation, but he didn't look good at all. Right. You know what I mean? And he played for 3 years. 3 years.
Yes.
He has 3 years of bad tape. Yeah. Whereas this kid, he only had like 8 games. So right. I'm a little bit more optimistic that they can turn it around with him. And Sam Darnold, to Living Legends point, he's winning right now. And he hasn't looked bad. But this is going to be a big test. Because the Cowboys are a very good team, explosive offense. And even though Carolina has a monster defense, I think Dallas is still going to put up some points. And we're going to see how that offense responds without Christian McCaffrey, who I see ABC Def is in the chat just bashing Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I'm just stop it. All right? Just stop. Because again, if you want to trade Christian McCaffrey, y'all should be hopping on the phone to trade J.K. Dobbins also, right?
I will say this. We've said this in the past. If you're going to trade him, like, now's the time to do it, right? Because, yes, he got a huge contract, and typically for running backs, you're only going to get value out of that contract like the first few years, like 2, maybe 3 years out of that contract until, they get a little bit older, or in Christian's case, he gets hurt. And, you start looking around and saying, man, I got to pay these guys over here. I got to pay this guy. And Christian just ain't worth that money, but you can't trade him either because he costs too much,
Right.
So, yeah, he has been injured, but they put a lot on him. Most players can't take that kind of workload. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
30 plus touches a game. Like,
and he's had one bad injury. They kept trying to rush him back. This injury, this hamstring injury, he's expected to miss a few games, and then he'll be back. He'll be fine. I think that they should look to trade him while his value is really high. I mean, he's one of the best players in the league, and I don't think that they're a Super Bowl contender right now. So I think that Christian McCaffrey would be more valuable to them in a trade than he is just on the roster at this point. But yeah, no, he's not like injury prone and all this stuff like that. No, he's fine. For this week though, man, like you saw it last week, as soon as McCaffrey went out of the game, the offense went a little haywire. Now they recovered. They did recover, but again, they were playing the Texans, right?
Yeah.
The O-line, not particularly good, and they haven't really faced any top tier pass rushers yet. DeMarcus Lawrence is out, but they are going to be going against Micah Parsons this week, right? The Dallas defense is playing much better than they have in the recent in recent seasons. So it's going to be difficult for Carolina's offense, without McCaffrey and now without Dan Arnold. We'll see how they do defensively. I mean, they're the best defense in the league at this point, but the NFL favors the offense, and Dallas has a great offense, and great offense beats great defense. So I do expect Dallas to be able to put up some points, and I'm actually thinking that this is going to be the first L for Carolina. I think that they will probably go down. I think it'll be, fairly low scoring. I'm going to say Dallas 24, Carolina 17.
Okay. And shout out to E. I see you in the chat, man. He says running backs don't last long. No, most players don't last long in the NFL. Right. It's hard to say how long a player is going to last in the league, especially nowadays, because athletes take care of their bodies a whole lot better. Yeah. Like my man Frank Gore, he's still out there. I don't think he's on the team right now. Is he? Anybody sign him this year?
He was with the Jets. I'm not sure if he still is.
I mean, Frank Gore was from the U back in the U days, right? Like
he had a couple major injuries before he got to the NFL.
Like he started over guys in college that are retired in the NFL now, that have had lengthy careers. You know what I'm saying? And he's still going. His son is in college now. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say, man, like how long a player is going to play now, any position, even running back. And Christian McCaffrey takes care of his body. So just because he started out with a few injuries doesn't mean he's going to wear down anytime soon. So
look at C-Mac and Dobbins. Dobbins is shorter, but he has a bigger frame than C-Mac. That's just genetics. But Dobbins has had
Dobbins is hurt.
Injury. He's had the much worse injury.
ABC Def, you couldn't have picked a worse example. I mean, you couldn't have said Dalvin Cook. You couldn't have said Alvin Kamara. Although I think they've all been hurt. Like players, I mean, this is football. Players get hurt. Yeah,
that's fine.
But don't pick a guy that's currently on IR.
Which is why we talked about just dialing back the touches for Christian McCaffrey. They lean on him and lean on him and lean on him and lean on him. And of course, players are going to break down that way. They drafted Chuba Hubbard. They signed Royce Freeman. They needed to use them more often, and now they're going to be forced to. Right?
Yeah. So look at what Cleveland is doing with Nick Chubb, right? And Kareem Hunt. Like Nick Chubb doesn't get that many carries compared to other running backs. I mean, he gets the yards because he's a beast, but they use Kareem Hunt quite a bit to keep Nick Chubb fresh. So, I mean, that's what you need to have nowadays, a good 1-2 punch. And the Ravens, to their credit, they are doing that, I mean, the guys are hurt, but even now, okay, they had to go and sign a whole bunch of running backs. They went and got some more. Instead of calling it the fountain of youth, call it the fountain of gore. Man, no kidding. No kidding.
Yeah. What's up, Noah?
What's up, Noah? He said, sorry he's late. Noah's hanging out on our Discord. Okay. So, I mean, that's like, it's a lot of fun in there. All right. 38 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe, man. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, man. 1,000 subscribers. We might have to do something for that. I don't know. I have to think about something.
Yeah.
Yo, RTV is here. What's up, man? He said that's why he likes bigger running backs. We miss you, Gus the Bus. Why do you like bigger running backs? Because they don't get hurt? Because Gus is hurt.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Bigger running backs get hurt, Like,
this is what we're coming around to here is that running backs get hurt. They get the ball a lot. They take a lot of hits. They get hurt. It's it's what it is.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is. All right. So you made your prediction. They're playing in Dallas too, huh?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh man, I always try to find a way for our teams to win. That's going to be a hard one to win. This Dallas, this defense. What do you guys think? Yeah. Put your score predictions in there. What do you guys think? This is going to be a challenge for this defense. Without Christian McCaffrey, that's going to be, man. You still got DJ Moore. You still got Robbie Anderson. I mean, you still got some firepower.
He don't even throw it to Robbie. I don't know what Robbie did to him in New York, but he don't even throw him the ball.
Robbie, he gonna get the ball in this game.
Cleveland used a 2 running back system like the Giants did with Jacobs and Bradshaw. The difference being Cleveland's running backs are very good.
Davon says 30-14.
Who, Davon?
JP says 2017. I'm going with JP's prediction. 2017. I'm picking Carolina. That's right.
My man said 30-14 Dallas.
Wow. Goodness. Oh, wow. Disrespect here, Caleb. He says Dallas winning big 49-10.
We know what Caleb's about. We don't have to highlight his comments anymore.
Listen.
Caleb is on the Attitude Pop plan where you get your comments highlighted when you donate. Goodbye.
Listen, man. That ain't happening on that defense. No. That's not happening. Like they have the type of defense that'll play dirty to keep you from scoring that kind.
That's what I'm talking about.
21-14 Panthers. Okay. All right.
Legend 24-21 Panthers. Okay.
Listen, Panthers Nation showing up tonight. Right. They in the house.
Right. 23-19 Panthers. Okay.
Oh, okay. Man.
What's up, Emphasis?
What's going on?
A pick 6 with 25 seconds left. Hey. You don't want to give us the corner too? Give us the corner too, Emphasis.
Hey, Caleb, you better go and call your Cowboys backup, okay? I mean, I'm seeing they showing some disrespect towards y'all in here, okay? Call them in here.
35-10. Wow.
Wow.
Let's see. Listen, I don't even want to argue because it's the Sam Darnold show and I'm not convinced, but man, that hurt my feelings.
Now, Caleb says his defense will score without Christian McCaffrey, man. Like, Sam Darnold is susceptible to mistakes. It could happen.
Yes.
It could happen.
I'm very, very interested to see how they perform this week. I'll leave it at that. Those 2 running backs won 2 Super Bowls, while the losers in Cleveland ain't done. Oh, I didn't read the end before I clicked on that. They were along for the ride.
Wait, which running backs you talking about?
He's talking about Bradshaw and Jacobs. They were along for the ride. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then he followed it up by picking the Cowboys.
Was Brandon Jacobs on that Super Bowl team?
I don't know. Ferris don't be looking up stuff before he talks.
Bradshaw was on that team. I don't think Jacobs was. Who was the running back?
I'm not sure. This is what I'm talking about, Eric Elm. 30-14 Panthers. Mr. Darnold with 250 plus passing yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 passing and 1 rushing.
I'll tell you what, this is a game where he can start to change my mind a little bit because so far he hasn't changed my mind.
Absolutely. If he comes out and plays really well against Dallas, whether they win or lose, if he plays well, I'll be like, okay, you know what? He is turning it around, or he's turned it around.
Yeah. Will Welt says Panthers going to get exposed. I mean, exposed from what? Like, nobody thinks they're good.
I don't think you can expose the defense. The defense is legit. I mean, I'm not saying that they're going to shut out Dallas. I expect Dallas to score, but the defense is legit.
Davon, this is
Dallas.
Yes. This is fake. This is fake support, Davon. We see right through this.
That's a 1 out of 10 on your troll attempt, sir.
He also says # fact check Ferris. You got fact check Ferris. Okay, Caleb warned us about you, Ferris.
Davon.
Brandon, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming through. This game will show that Denver actually is okay. You're onto the Denver game already. Yeah. Oh man, Denver's opponents are 0-9.
Yeah, so far. It's funny because I've seen people saying that, but the teams that Baltimore has wins over are 1-5. So they lost to the one winning team they've played so far this year in Vegas. So that's not the line that I would go with if I were a Ravens fan.
All right, so we can get to that game, but just for a quick review, B has Dallas winning 24-17. Yes. RTV says 21-17 Panthers. I'll put some respect on their name after that. Me too, okay. RTV. Me too.
There you go.
I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna pick. I'm taking JP's pick. 2017 Panthers. That's what I'm going with. 2017 Panthers. Now, when we do the pick 'em, I can't. Don't hold me to that.
Yeah, behind closed doors, it might be a different story. But in front of the cameras, it's all rah.
I'm gonna pick them. I'm gonna screenshot it, okay, just so you guys see. I ain't being fake with it. ABC Def says 38-17. Man, Cowgirls. You gonna say that Cowgirls and they put up 30 points against a top defense? Nah, man. Dak is playing amazing football right now.
He is.
Of course, when you have 3 top wide receivers like that, it ain't hard. Okay, all right. So. Definitely not picking this in the pick 'em. You don't know me. No, we're not in the Survivor League. Not in the Survivor League. We're in a pick 'em league for Let's Get Ready Network. No, of course not. I don't pick any tough games in the Survivor. You guys ever play Survivor before? You got
to survive in advance.
Yeah, low hanging fruit. That's how you got to do it.